Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology as we start to dig into some of the more advanced functions in the mission editor here. So we're going to load up our scenario from last time. Yeah. So first of all, let's what we can do here real quick is I'm going to look up the Chinese translations for Red 1, 2, and 3 and Gold 1, 2, and 3. And actually, can I change this wing to... it's not worth it. It'll just be orange then, I guess. And I don't have Google Translate in my phone. I thought I did. Fine. English to Chinese. Okay, so we have here, it's going to be... There we go. Chongzhou. Ooh. So let's do that. Oh, that's 4-4. That's going to be... If I can spell this right on my phone. That apparently completely changes meaning. Huh. Hongzhe Day. Really? That's... Maybe let's go with simplified Chinese if that changes it at all. Doesn't really. Huh. Well, I'm lazy, so it's just gonna be Hongzhe, and then let's start with 4. Hongzhe C. 3 we have Hongzhe San. Did I get that right? Oh wow, that is way off. There we go, I think that's... There we go. And then 2 is going to be 2, surprisingly enough. And now we can do Hongzhe. Really? That's gotta be a joke. 1 is 1 and 2 is 2. Oh man. Anyways, what we can do here is let's... I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna shift these guys over as well. I know I gotta rename the other flight, but I want... this one coming from this base, and we'll be changing up their waypoints to reflect this, but this way they'll be launching from air bases, or at least we're technically simulating their launch from air bases. And now orange is... Oh, I get it. It's because I was. Oh, I was looking at the Chinese pronunciation of the English word, I think. Wow, I totally screwed that up. So it's. We got E. Air. That makes more sense. Well, at least my instincts weren't wrong. Once the air. It's on. Okay, I got that right. I had to. And then red is still probably going to be. Red is technically Hongse Day, but I don't. I'm wary of coming up against character limit, so I'm just omitting the day. Okay, now orange is Chengzi. Okay. So now we can change these guys to be Chengzi Yi. Chengzi. Oh. Air. And I butchered that. Still getting used to a new keyboard here. But, and then, what was 3 again? I think 3 was a reasonable-ish one. It's on, yeah. There we go. So what I do want to do now, we're not anticipating these guys living. So actually, waypoint add. So this is for the fighter cover. So we want them to rally, so we're gonna make a rally point somewhere around here. And let's see, ETA 5 minutes. Now that we've done that, we can actually put these guys down to ground level. There we go. So now that changes to, it's still 5 minutes, huh? But we'll see, I guess. Likewise, I know we have you. We are going to oh fuck. No, fuck. Oh no. That blows. Shit. I wanted to cancel the exiting of the scenario, not the saving. Oh well, these things can happen, especially with older games. I gotta rename all of these again. Hongse Ye. Hongse. Fortunately, looking it up was the hardest part, so we can quickly. Now this was San. Remember that much. And 4 was C. Okay, so then this was like Cheng something. Chengzi Yi. Chengzi Air and Watching the sun. Alright. Likewise, let's get back to what we were doing. And bring their waypoints down a bit here. I'm actually just going to delete this waypoint, because I think... Oh, okay, that's just us saying we have to destroy them, that's fine. So we're going to have this set be kind of like a rally point for them. And here what we can do is we can hold shift to increment in increments of 5,000 feet instead of 1,000 feet there. So bring them to ground level real quick. They still have the same target, which is fine. I just want to... So they're going to take 6 minutes. And these guys are going to take 4 minutes. So actually... just do that. Check their times once again. 6 minutes, 5 minutes. About 6 minutes. We want... 6:06. So we're gonna slow these guys down. There we go. I think that'll work out. Now we can, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Now we can add another waypoint for the flankers. And we'll have them kind of come in here. And their bar cap within 100 miles, that's fine. 500 knots at 40,000 feet. And we're going to rally them at 20,000 feet here. Likewise, we are going to create a waypoint for the bombers that will be falling to about there. They'll search for within 50 miles, doing anti-ship with an assigned target of not me. This is the kind of the tricky part here, is when you start getting things stacked up, it can be really hard to there we go. Now let's just pull one of them way out, make sure we got the right one. That's dog-eared in. And we do. You can name all these, but I don't always think it's worth it. So, there I go. That way the flankers arrive ahead of the bombers, so they can initiate a fighter sweep before them. 500 knots, 40,000 feet. I mean, the bomber formation is probably good, except I was going to do line up. Let's do line abreast. That should give them kind of a tight formation, medium control. Whereas these guys can take echelon, near spacing, level stacking. So then all told, yeah, they'll arrive here. Ooh. No, that makes sense, because their waypoint's further out, so they arrive later technically, but... And just as from a developer point of view, you can be lazy with this and not give them a return leg, just because they're critical to the mission, so you're not anticipating the player to stick around. Now, on top of our qualifications today, there's also going to be other qualifications happening. Now, I'm pretty happy with our battle group here and what we're doing, but we can always add more. For example, let's have a shit, I passed it, didn't I? Yes, I did. Okay, thank God. So we can put a Seahawk out here. Let's call him Hunter. Hunter, all caps. So just to keep with what I'm doing elsewhere. And he will be heading east at 1,000 feet. That's as low as the game lets you go, at least in the mission editor. Now you can go into the actual file, which you can just open up with the text editor, and you can set it lower than that, but I believe there is a minimum ceiling for the AI that they will not cross unless they are taking off or landing. In fact, I know as much. We've shown as much in a couple of these missions. And I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but for the purpose of what we're going, it doesn't matter. So we're just going to create some waypoints here. Kind of a ladder pattern to show he's practicing his anti-submarine warfare there. 50 knots. He'll spend 15 minutes there. Then he'll egress there. And then we'll say that he lands. Why is that 5,000 feet all of a sudden? So he'll be going real slow. I'm not making this too spread out because I don't want. I mean, we can kind of do. We can do this to give him some more legs, I guess. But ultimately, there we go. So, all right. So he's got to be. Wait, what's this? RTB. I wanna move those up just to try to. I might slow down the carrier too, because I know last time our automated landing systems had us flying towards Key West, which is not what we want to do right now. But so yeah, he's gonna be doing that 1,000 feet. He can climb to 5,000 and go up to 100 knots to return to base. But then obviously here he's just going to land. So now what would the F-14 be without the E2s to guide them? So we will add in an A2 Hawkeye, and actually I also want to add in a pair of Hornets, practicing their close-in defenses of the. Does you not duplicate? It is duplicate. I must not be hitting you. There we go. So we will have 2 Hornets here. Let us add them to. Green Wing. So we'll have the first. Well, this is the second one that's selected by default. So we'll call him Batman. And or no, actually, let's call him Robin. And oops. Shit. Batman. Please tell me that didn't. Ah! There we go. Flown by Splinter. Okay, there we go. Fix that snafu. We're going to call our Hawkeye here Sky Eye. Now he's going to, by default, he'll just be heading east at 40,000 feet. That's about his ceiling anyways. And he's just going to be flying a racetrack. Keep him somewhat near the carrier. Let's see. We got him going at 300 knots. I might bring him. That's probably fine. Oh. So I'd like to keep him in the air for a little bit longer. There we go, that's probably sufficient. Now with this, we can bring them back to kind of a starting point here. 20,000 feet. And then we can land them here. So that way, you know, he does his little thing too. That should be enough. Okay, so our flight is about 16 minutes. And that will pretty much take care of him. Now we have these guys too, which will be basically providing close-in defense to the carrier and to the Hawkeye. So they'll basically have waypoints mirroring the Hawkeyes, with orders to attack fighters or bombers that cross their path. Actually, what I can do here to be real cheeky, let's do that. Formation. Alright, I gotta edit that in the waypoint. So formation is going to be line abreast, far spacing, lose control 300 knots. So this way they'll kind of, hopefully, if I did it right, they should appear on either side of the Hawkeye, and they'll be, and they'll basically have the Hawkeye in the center, which is going to be pretty gosh darn cool if it works out, which it might not, but you know, so that way these guys can get their qualifications in too, because we want everyone to get qualified today. It's qualification day. Alright, so let's zoom over here. It's not going to work out perfectly, at least not after that many waypoints, because I'm not microing it, but oh, that's right, I did forgot I brought them back up for another loop, but that's fine. You know, just in case we need additional radar. And add a few more. And as you can tell, the map gets complicated very quickly, and one bad click can lead to several minutes of undoing that click. So be advised. Okay, so that's Like that. So then we can just bring that here and have the Hornets land with the Hawkeye. So, but that's not all. Call now and we'll double your qualification exercises for free. So we are going to set up 2 Olenkmas. These are Russian supply ships, but we will be using them basically as target practice. So the first one, we're actually going to set this close to the fleet, since they don't have since in game they don't have I don't think they model harpoon missiles or anything like that, or any of the sophisticated armament of the ships. Even the 5-inch or 16-inch guns, I don't think they model that at all. So we'll be we're gonna just set an Olenkma here. We're going to tell him to ignore everything. There we go. And he'll be heading 30 knots due east. That's fine. I just gotta update the, make sure at least for the escorts that, they are all assigned to attack ships as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. So now we can say they're practicing their anti-ship, added their anti-ship stuff. And to throw in an extra exercise here, we are going to use, let's use decoy drone 2. And what this little guy is gonna do for us here is he's going to simulate some cruise missiles. So he's going to be heading north at 1,000 feet, since unfortunately that's the lowest I can put him in. Chinese, I mean novice, because I mean let's face it, a cruise missile isn't gonna, well, modern cruise missiles not so much, but back in the day, you know, they aren't going to be taking evasive maneuvers or anything, you know. Excuse me. And we're just going to have him and a buddy of his, a couple buddies of his, they're going to come in and we are going to let's just make a wing out of them to manage them easier. There we go. So they're not going to, we're going to set them up so they don't do anything, but they will fly over the carrier group a couple times. And we're going to test to make sure that the carrier can actually shoot them down. So they're going to approach from 10 miles here. Our orders are not going to be to attack them. So this is going to kind of be their route. We will put them into normal flight. We'll put them in line of stern, far spacing, kind of simulate a missile launch. 550 knots. At 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet. So that's basically their thing. They're going to come in fast, make a big scare. There's going to be lots of shooting at the beginning, I imagine, and then they're just going to bugger off, or hopefully be shot down. So now, before we get any further, let's save before I fuck this all up. And we're going to finish this off. We're going to add one more carrier exercise being done. And I think next episode I'm going to showcase a different level of complexity. So I think in the end this is going to be a 4-part series, give or take. Because I'm going to add some ground operations. Nothing pertinent to what we're doing as the player in this scenario. But just something to have happening in the background, you know. So now we're also going to have some A6s and EA6s practice their anti-ship and electronic warfare stuff. Ignore. Actually, I have to go and change these guys now. There we go. So that way these guys don't react to us or the ships or anything. So now this guy is heading east. Chinese. And we got him going at about 30 knots, so that's good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put in some a pair of A6s and EA6 to cover for them. And oh, there he is. So, in reality, they'd be 2 different flights, probably. Just because we have a limited number of wings to work with, I'm going to put these guys all in as a single wing. So, let's have... I think we use green. I want to say white for something else. Purple. You guys are purple wing. Yeah, unfortunately these are shared. I think the wings are shared between sides, so these guys are going to be heading south at around 20,000 feet. Their assigned target is that Oligma. So we're going to have a waypoint here where they'll descend to 5,000 feet and perform anti-ship operations on the Oligma. And then once they egress, they'll come back up to 15,000 feet. Are they really going? You can manage 350, I think. Which is slow. I should be able to do high subsonic with them, but eh. So, and then we're just going to have them come back around. Oh, that's why it's copying the... like, why does... I don't... I can't change all the waypoints target. I don't know how to clear that. But I can at least change... It shouldn't matter because they should deal with the target when they do waypoint alpha. So now we can add this one. We're going to drop them down to 5,000 feet. And then with waypoint delta, we're just going to land them. So that is what it shows them as, right? Normal flight. I mean, I guess we'll find out. Alright, so that we'll pretend that the EA6 there is simulating like an electronic warfare attack on the Olympia, with the Olympia serving as a stand-in for a Chinese warship, and that the A6s are providing the actual, well, bombs technically, because that's what they're loaded with in game, but harpoons in real life. So, call signs. Let's call them Whiner. Pounder. And Dumpster. Okay. Satisfied with those. And now for we're going to add one more mission here. Just one more, I promise, and I think that'll be it for today then. We'll see how everything plays out. Come on, there we go. We're gonna call this guy Angel, and he's gonna be our pretend plane guard. So what we actually want with this guy is we are going to have his initial waypoint being probably about here. 100 knots is fine. Then basically we're going to circle back to here real fast. Oh, I accidentally deleted that. So let's circle down to around there. 100 knots is fine at 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet. But then we want to add another waypoint to go to about here. And this is just kind of, I can't slow him down to like 30 knots, but this is basically simulating him being around, kind of hanging off in case anyone has to ditch, so you can just pick up the pilot right away. That's kind of what this is doing. I might perfect this more in the next episode, but... And then we should be able to add an egress to 1,000 feet, 100 knots. To something like here. And then we can just have them land, obviously. We'll see how well this all works out. I want him to land on the carrier, but okay, and then there's one last thing we need to do, because I'm not going to start him in the air like he is now. What we're going to do is we're actually going to toggle this wait X minutes before starting. Oh, you know what? I bet I know why. So we're going to put him on the carrier, and then we're going to give him a timer to wait 10 minutes before starting. That way, he's kind of more up in sync with what everyone else is doing. And, okay, this one is... Oh, that's right, you can't name ships. That's right, I forgot. That's why I'm not renaming all of these and being a freak about that, is because you can only give call signs or names to aircraft. Unfortunately, not to ships or tanks or anything like that. But there, I think I'm pretty happy with that. We got everyone kind of doing their own thing, so the airspace is going to be a bit busier than it was last time. And we should be able to kind of check in with everyone, you know, see what they're doing We'll have a data link now from the Hawkeye, so we'll be able to easily target others, I think. And yeah, hopefully it'll be fun. So let's give it a good old shot. And next time what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put in an amphibious assault group with the goal of basically having them simulating landing.
Stand by.
Alright. And anyway, you know, that tip that, I'm sorry I'm forgetting your name right now, but yep, you do not need to target the AWACS in order to get a data link. It just counts as there being a data link present, and all you gotta do is flip it on, essentially. So you could see the A6s here. Oh god, these are hard to reach. They've got their brakes deployed, they're diving, probably. We got this guy here, Hunter, he's pretending to do ASW work. We got, let's see it. Oh, look at how close I got that placement right. Look at that, that's awesome. So if I move it left a little bit and back a teensy bit, they should be lined up then, at least for the start. Obviously, waypoints are a different story. But no, that's awesome. Placement, it's very hard in this game, but if you can manage it. Hey, look, they're practicing their, okay, so they're splashing those drones. You can see they're taking evasive maneuvers, but they got a hit. They're taking them down. It seems like the carrier is doing most of the work, but they're taking evasive maneuvers and they're taking them down. I'll have to see if I can change the formation control. I don't think you can do that for ground units, or surface units in general. But to me, it just kind of looks a little bit silly that these guys are acting like the land-based SAMs facing their targets. But looks like they're hitting all the... Okay, that one got through. But again, these guys aren't fitted with all the sophisticated SAMs that they would be in real life. In game, they're probably given... Come on, one of your cannons was... Oh, I think... I'm a little confused. I don't know what that cannon's doing firing at the Tycho. If it was firing at that guy, I would understand. But yeah, in game they're basically given. They might be given a 40mm weapon because it doesn't sound like a 20mm. They should have the same 20mm that we have, but that's obviously more a heavier round than that. Which I have a hunch. I'm not certain, but I have a hunch that if we were to go and check out the AC-130, which does have a 40mm on it in addition to a 20mm and a 105, I have a feeling that'd be the sound effect for the 20mm, or the 40mm. But yeah, okay, we can see there's some unintended consequences here, but all in all, they're generally doing their job. But yeah, I think they must get either
your 4 o'clock low, 71 miles. Please advise.
I imagine they either get like maybe a Chaparral SAM or a like a Sea Sparrow type missile. Alright, well, we got bandits now. And our wingman is, he's getting ready to engage. So, to the north of us, okay, so to the north, those are, the F-18s are outpacing the E-2 a little bit. I might have to increase the E-2 speed. You can see, it looks like the Prowler and the Intruders have all finished their mission, and they're going home. This guy's probably got a while. These guys seem to more, at least based on their they aren't too much out of position, so maybe they've resumed normal operations. Okay, we're just gonna fire a shot at this guy to get him. I don't want him attacking the A6s, you know. He's really out of position though. It looks like they're still climbing, so he must have just gotten wind of the F-16s on his sensors. Yeah, they're all still climbing. So I think what I can do, I'm curious. I might try to see if I can't put wait X minutes until start on the player character too. Because if I do that, you know, have him wait 5 minutes, then go, you know, basically this game will simulate those 5 minutes and then start. That might put a, no, they're probably, no, because then these guys would just wreck the A6s. Okay, I don't see our missile out. But, these guys should be pretty vulnerable. And, with that, I'm going to send our wingman into the fray now. And let him pick and choose his own targets. We're all big grown men here who choose their own targets. Let's see how we do on the, hey, we got a flanker. So we're doing okay on the missile launcher, I guess, today. Got a hit on the Tu-22M. Sidekick's getting some good hits in. Alright, so now we're in range of the flankers. And, or what's left of them at least. And they aren't happy, as you can imagine. I too am not happy when I get shot at, as I have made very clear in the many hours of playing this. Hey, nice. Now, while these guys are technically... There we go. Cameras on. There we go. After vertical, we're going to switch to... Alright, we got a hit. So, he's not gonna be happy about that. Alright. Sidekick got him. That just leaves, this guy here.
We've got him now.
And let's see. He's at 4 miles and closing. We're gonna have to close a little bit more. Even though it says he's attacking me, he's kind of ignoring. So I think he really, really wants to bag one of those A6s. Once we get within 1.5 nautical miles, I'll feel confident enough to hit him with the Sidewinder. And we're facing him rear aspect, so we should have no problems homing in on him. And we're not facing the sun either, so this is perfect homing situation. Alright, got him. Now let's take this turkey and go vertical. Unfortunately, our air data link isn't helping as much as I had hoped it would. What do we got here? Oh, just push the nose over. Oh, we're at Joker fuel already. Okay. Okay, that ended up being more of a climb than an M1. Always know your aircraft operating envelopes everywhere. let's see where our wingman is.
Box 2.
Trying to gingerly touch my keys here. Let's see. We want to be facing 180, I believe. Yeah, I can't believe burned through all that fuel already, but we did kind of spend a long time on afterburners. There we go. Now we're getting a solution. All right. Here we go. Hopefully this is the last target. Nope, we got one more after this.
Attack abandoned. You're 12 o'clock slow. All right, let's get them.
All right, we'll send our wingman to go for the rear one.
He's taking damage. Deploy.
All right, track is good.
Let's get this
Damn,
guy.
decoy. Or just
Burn
fail.
and burn, baby.
Now, I'm trying not to use my afterburner too much, and it obviously shows.
Multiple hits. Let's get this guy. I'm getting scored. Oh, yeah.
I have faith in the wingman.
He slows it.
Oh, we are losing
We got
velocity.
him now.
We
Taking
are
damage.
completely clean, save for fuel and gun load. And we're still struggling in these
He's hurt now.
higher
Get this guy
emblems a
out.
little bit.
We got him now.
Alright, our wingman got it. Alright, so we've got 3% of damage right now. We have the initiative, kind of. Ow. Got him. Alright, we took a little bit of damage. Let's, we are going to head straight to the RTV waypoint because, fuel. Yeah, that's a thing. Bye-bye. But we can see, he should have taken off by now. Guy eye. There we go. There's Angel. As you can see, they took off and, providing plane guard duties to the fleet. So they actually might be somewhat in the right position by the time we get, oh, we got 12,000 pounds left. Was that my wingman plating, maybe? I thought it was my Rio, but... Now, I believe... Okay, that's Key West. And the Olympia has been destroyed, whether that was... Because I can't target it. Whether that was due to the battle group, or whether that was the A6s having extra ordnance on their way back to the carrier, I don't know. But hell, it even could have been the Hornets with Mavericks. And yep, there's the A6s, which they're on their landing loop. We'll see where they land. I think we might all be in the queue for,
Clear to land. We're almost home.
oh, we're all in the queue for Key West. So, that's kind of, unfortunate. So, I was really hoping we could, I was really hoping changing the location of the waypoints would matter, but I think what we're going to have to do here, it's really going to suck. I might end up doing this off camera, but I think what we're going to have to do is basically just move the carrier group further south. Yeah, okay, we see that's probably the EA6. We're going to have to move the carrier south to get some separation, and try again to see if we can get everyone to land on the carrier instead of at the airfield. But okay, good to know. Helicopters don't have fuel for jack shit because their Angel's run was only supposed to last an hour. And I'm pretty sure in real life... Okay, someone... Oh, you know what? That's probably Hunter right there. So we're going to shorten Hunter and Angel's run by half. Move everything further south. And then, at that point... Hey, the Hornets are landing, which means the AWACS should be landing soon, too. Theoretically, since they're tactically supposed to be going the same speed. So this is kind of the cool thing where you can kind of bring your whole scenario together, you know, because it's really boring when it's just you doing your thing. It makes you feel like you're just the only guy fighting this war against waves and waves of enemies. But when you set up like this, and yeah, it takes extra effort, which is why you don't always see mission designers doing it in various games. But it really adds to the feeling that you are one guy in this war, not the one man fighting this war. They have some beautiful dock facilities here. I'm gonna have to make a note of that. So next episode, what we're gonna do, just to keep these from getting too long and out of hand. Otherwise, I can very easily, spend hours and hours trying to perfect one of these missions, and you often will. And I'm just making one mission. Imagine doing a campaign in these, even one of the shorter campaigns like Vietnam and 25 missions. But no, everything's good except for the helicopters. But yeah. I just love that immersion that comes with, going the extra mile to put in all of these side units and stuff doing their own missions. And as you can see, if we had managed to get everyone to land on the carrier would be pretty full up right now. But all in all, I think this was more success than failure. So, could certainly make the statement that the carrier would be doing takeoff and landing calls where we're flying from Key West to do combat calls or something like that. No casualties except for those helicopters, and both the Ligmas were destroyed. Everyone is mostly in sync, so yeah, I think next time we're going to pick up with trying to get people to land on the damn carrier, and then we're gonna set up an amphibious ready group, or what do they call them these days? They changed the name. It used to be carrier battle group and amphibious ready group. I think nowadays it's just expeditionary. It's carrier strike group and expeditionary strike group. I think those are the two. But yeah, we'll pick up with that, and then we'll just basically add more immersion to the simulation. Have some, a small battle group focused on the Wasp. They're going to be just, a couple miles off the coast, launching landing craft with tanks and infantry and stuff. And the infantry will be fighting mock enemy infantry, defending a couple of bunkers, pretending to kind of seize, like they're invading an island chain and going to seize you know, the port facilities and the airbase. So I think that'll be really fun. So with that, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and stay safe out there, and we'll see you then. And for those who just absolutely have to see the statistics, because I know I'm probably one of those people, here you go. Read them and weep. Our wingman did a little bit better than us this time around. But that's okay. We've got at least 2 more matchups, so see you next time.